weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 180! 11.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
11.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
1, Omaha. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Topper! Kill! Hey, ball.
Now Trubisky to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Looking deep for Gabriel. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
At their own 49-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, check it.
Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Check 52. Check. Alert, 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 alert.
First down, a run with Cohen. And an alley to run. 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
So don't say nothing. Bang, 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 bang.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That's a gain of 8.
Pick it up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
I got one. Alert, 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 alert.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
This is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A beautiful fake. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
At the 43-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Kill. Tighten up. Alert.
2nd down, here's an option right, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
Here we go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And look at this, for the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Come on, 180. 56. Here we go. Alert, 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 alert. 56. Hey, Haywood. Right there, 56. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Check. Crunch, crunch, crunch. 18, 18. Switch, switch, switch.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, 180. 54. Line 54. Let's go, defense. Red, up. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Go. Check 6 guys.
On first down, Cohen slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot. Hey, 18. Mike 56. Mike 56. I got it. Red, up.
On second and 11 now. Trubisky. It's caught. It's Miller. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Here we go. Red, up.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 28.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Come get some. Come get some. He don't want it. Show it up. Show it up.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. 56 to Mike. 56.
On second down and 4, Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson. His first touchdown of the new season as the Bears push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Here we
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board.
59 mark, check.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And their 49er first down.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
13.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Check 56. Watch the screen.
On first down, Cohen. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Niners' 47-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check nickel. Lock in. Safety's creeping. Blue. Flare.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. '49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
56 to Mike.
Play action. It's Trubisky. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Quan Alexander picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for the Niners. 57 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. they were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Garoppolo now. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Flushed out right. Now Trubisky lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Trubisky gives to Cohen. Takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, 79 yards, as the Bears push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And all the way down to the 5.
Let's go, boy. Here we go.
A big play there for the Niners. 42 yards.
Fresno, 61, matchbox lights. You got that right there.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers get a score closer. Gold with the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken near the 13.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play. Action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held him in check on the nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Hey, Charlie! Let him know. Lights 59.
To throw is Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Eddie Goldman, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Going up top. And got his man complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Powerful running. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well, and they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. On the screen, this is Coleman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. Deep ball for Goodwin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On second down, Carney. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
18. Push him back. Push him back. Mike 56. Mike 56. Come on, D. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the curl.
He can run for it, and he will. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
6 right there. 56. It's been a long day for you. 180.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. The Bears on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Let's bring it.
They're going to try to jet sweep on 3rd and long. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home.